Welcome to the Girl Gang. I'm Katrina Gardner of Katrina and Create.
And I'm Dominique Goyette-Connerty of Evergreen Marketing. On this show, we're going to chat with women business owners and organizational leaders in Massachusetts.
Because girls don't just want to have fun. They also want to sell real estate.
They want to open a brewery.
They want to teach others to invest in the stock market.
They want to take stunning photos, plan lavish parties, and help people recover from injuries. Girls just want a podcast. What can we say?
We're girls.
Welcome to Girls Just Wanna.
Welcome.
And the tone today is somber because this is our question mark last episode for now !! period.
Yes.
Lots of punctuation in there.
It's not goodbye forever.
No.
It's just goodbye for
we don't know how long. Yeah, we don't really have a set return date / plans.
Yeah, and we don't really know
what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
When we come back.
We've got some big life changes happening right now.
Sure do.
Biggest one. Right in there.
Yeah. So as we're recording this, she's doing 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so we, as we've been saying over the past few episodes, we've been batching these episodes ahead of time so that you guys can still get content every week.
So as you're watching this, there's a little baby.
Yeah.
Hanging out in the world that wasn't here.
Crazy technology. So you'll still get episodes every week through November, and or you've been getting them now through I believe the first week of December, so that our hiatus doesn't feel as long as it actually will be from your perspective. So we just don't know. We're popping mid-November with the baby, and then obviously maternity leave, recovery, raising a second child, family things, and then I've got my own crap going on as I always do. So we definitely want to come back and I at least plan on coming back in some form or fashion. We just kind of need to figure out what that'll look like.
Right.
Will it still be in person? Will it still be video?
Yeah.
What will Katrina's role be? Things like that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of up in the air. We hoped that we'd have better answers for you at this point, but then, as life happens, more crap hit the fan in the last few weeks. So we just don't have concrete answers / days and times.
So it's kind of like, the holidays are coming.
Right. So we're
taking a little break.
We're definitely sad.
Yeah.
But I think we need a break anyways.
Yeah.
So.
I think most podcasts do take a break at some point.
Yeah, maybe we've talked about too, maybe we come back and we just say, all right, season 1 is over. This is season 2.
Right. And action.
So we'll see what happens.
I mean, we love doing this podcast.
It's so fun. It's so fun. It's a lot of work, which I know we've said before, and I never want to downplay that because people have asked us individually, oh my God, you podcast. How did you learn to do that?
Yeah.
How did you set that up? How did you go about starting that? And I'm like,
is this what you do full time?
Oh my God, can you imagine? That would be so cool.
I know.
But people ask me questions all the time, and I'm like, I don't even really know how we did it. We just kind of, we've talked about the story before. We had the idea, we had the opportunity, and we just kind of went all in.
Yeah.
And now here we are. This is episode 77, you guys.
It's so much.
77 episodes?
I know.
So we don't want to be done, especially because that's a crazy number to end on.
I know.
So
numerology girlies are going to hate us.
We'll come back. We'll do another 23. That'll get us to 100. I don't know. We're just joking. But it's been a wild ride so far. I can't wait to figure out what we're doing next. But right now we just don't have that answer for you. So, let's take our little break and thanks for being with us so far. Whether this is your first ever episode or if you've been with us for the other 76, definitely appreciate you guys watching and listening and following us on Instagram and sharing our our
stories.
Posts. Interacting with the Instagram story polls, sending us guest ideas, sending us your recommendations. Anyone who's offered, we've built relationships with Young Professional Women's Association, the YPWA, with Nilu here at Fuel America Grove Street, who let us table at her opening event for her market. So we set out trying to capitalize on our girl gang and build this community of local women. And I think we've definitely done that.
And we've met so many incredible women. And we've been able to link up women through this podcast, which has been, like you just said,
right?
One of the reasons why we wanted to do this.
Yeah, and it's like funny how you forget that as you're so in the like deep of editing and producing and booking and scheduling and creating content and whatever, and you forget. But like, I literally gave a referral for business last night to one of our past guests. Someone reached out and said, oh, I need XYZ for this upcoming party I'm putting together. And I was like, oh, I have the perfect balloon person for you, and was able to make a referral. Like, and I wouldn't have even really known that her business existed if we hadn't had her on the podcast, because I wouldn't have necessarily been looking for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's just been wild. It's been so good. We have so much fun. And, you know, I can't wait to see how, what, and when we come back as and what we're doing. But basically, thank you. And with that said, we do have one more guest for you, of course.
We do.
So let's bring her in.
Let's do it. Hey ladies, are you looking to grow your own local girl gang?
The Young Professional Women's Association has been named Worcester Region's Best Young Professionals Network for 7 years now.
YPWA offers countless social and professional opportunities to engage and empower local ladies like you and me.
Right now, Girls Just Wanna listeners can get discounted access to YPWA's annual membership.
Go to ypwaworcester.com and enter code podcast2025 at checkout to receive $20 off their annual membership. Again, that promo code is podcast2025. We hope to see you soon at YPWA events.
Welcome to Girls Just Wanna, Allison Hall. You are an author.
I am an author.
It's GiGi Tales Books, is that correct?
That is correct.
That's like the brand you're kind of working under?
Yes, it is.
All right, well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for reaching out.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Thank you. I can't wait to talk all about the books, especially one that has caught my eye, which you already know which one it is.
Yeah.
But first, kind of like introduce yourself, how you got into writing and becoming a published author, and how you got into children's books.
You bet. I've always been a writer. My job is communication. So when I wear my professional hat, I write about exciting things like colonoscopies and heart disease,
glamour
and
of
diabetes, and oral health. So I've worked in the health care space for about 16 years, you know, dental, medical. So, and I always had this latent idea in the back of my head that I would write something that was a lot more fun at some point. And it would be a book of some kind, and maybe it would be, you know, like about my mom's life or something very dramatic.
Sure.
And then I had the very blessed privilege of becoming a grandmother.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
Thank you. And there's just something when kids read to you, you know, like reading to children is a wonderful experience. But when they start to read, and even when, you know, like Hop on Pop or something, Dr. Seuss, that most kids read and they've memorized it. They're not really reading. They just, they've had it read to them so many times that they look at the pictures and they kind of know what it says. But when it evolves to when they really and truly are reading, it's just sort of magical. And sometimes when you're the parent, you're not appreciating it because you're like, oh my gosh, can we just get through this book, because I have to do the dishes and I have to pick up the toys and I have to make my list for the next day, and you know, do I have any food for breakfast? But when you're a grandmother, your perspective is very, very different, and the patience is endless. So it just really helps with that appreciation. So I have 2 grandsons, and first book I wrote, which I did bring because it is the most rudimentary thing you could ever imagine. And I wrote this for my grandsons because we have this little special holiday that we created and that we still celebrate, and they're 9 and 11, and we started when they were 3 and 1. And it's The Adventures of Brothers Day. And this is what they got, was really just copy paper with some words on it and a little family story about our tradition. And this was 5 years ago. And I just recounted how this holiday originated, how it's evolved, what we've done on our adventures. And then about 2 years after I gave them this very rudimentary, not even stapled together, I contacted a really good friend of mine who's a watercolor artist.
Pretty.
And I said, do you think you could, make some pictures for, and maybe I'll make this a book and send it to Snapfish or, one of those things. And so he started to do, take the, the words of the manuscript, and he started to do some loose watercolor paintings that would maybe become a book.
They're so pretty.
They're so great, and I just absolutely fell in love with his work. I mean, I have 5 or 6 of his paintings on the walls in my house. But after he did these, few, he said, which is absolutely true, and I totally respect him, this is not really his genre. He's a landscape artist.
Okay.
He's plein air. He will go and paint in New Hampshire and at the beach and in a meadow and makes these stunningly, absolutely beautiful watercolor paintings. So he, we agreed this was not we weren't gonna be able to do this together. But it just implanted this spark and this seed, and I could, even with this rudimentary pile of copy paper and these couple of watercolors, I could envision a book coming together. And maybe this wasn't the book and this wasn't the art, but I was going to be a children's book author. And the next thing I did, I took a master class, because I thought there's a lot to this. It's not just the writing of the story. That's almost, and I'm using this almost the easy part, which is not easy, but then, finding an illustrator and getting the layout and getting an editor and just so many things. And as technology and algorithms work, it's like the minute I started talking about this, my social feed miraculously was full of courses and tips and training on how to become a children's book author. And so there was one in particular, and it was a free webinar on a Wednesday night in January 2023. January 17th, I will never forget the date. And I attended the free webinar, and it was 90 minutes long, and I was hooked and committed, and there was no turning back. That was what I needed. That was what was going to propel me forward. And so the free webinar led to the master class, which was 10 modules and months of learning and study and resources. But that was the beginning, January 17th, 2023.
And so this was after you had already written What is Brothers Day?
Yep.
And so then did you have your next idea for a book immediately? How does that, because I know you've gone on to write a few more.
Yes, quite a few
which we
more.
can talk about.
Yeah.
So what was like that ideation kind of like from your scrappy beginnings and then now to new books?
Yeah, so the first, in the process of the master class, there was one night of insomnia that I was, doom scrolling. And I listened to this, woman on this pretty negative rant about, men and boys and that expression, boys will be boys, which has a pretty negative connotation. It's not usually complimentary.
Right.
And I thought, I've raised a son who was a pretty remarkable young man, and I have these grandsons who I think are pretty special. And I thought, there's probably some men that deserve have grown from boys will be boys into, some unsavory, adult men.
Sure.
But there's a lot that aren't. And there are boys that are shy. There are boys that are creative. There are boys that might not have, what some would think of a, traditional macho, bravado, athletic. So through this masterclass, the first manuscript I wrote after that was I was called Let's Hear It for the Boys.
Okay.
And I decided through the master class that I was going to write in rhyme.
Okay.
Which they tell you in the master class and almost any other collection of other authors that it's the most challenging way to write.
Interesting.
Because it's more than just, cat, hat, sat.
Sure.
It's the syllables, it's the meter, it's the rhythm. It has to have a da dun da dun da dun. It has to be more than just the last word in the sentence rhymes.
Yeah.
But I've never been one to take the easy road, so I thought, yes, I'm just going to do the most challenging thing. At this age, the stage of my life, I'm just going to go all in. So I then found this group called the Rhyme Doctors, who took my manuscript, and their approach was very like collegiate almost. So it was like teaching me, various different types of rhyme and meter, and it was really deep and very cerebral. But I learned a lot on sort of perfecting rhyme. But where I learned the most was I teamed up with a songwriter, and he really helped with the whole, the meter and the rhythm, the way the cerebral process, didn't sort of, filled in the extra blanks. So after I did, Let's Hear It for the Boys, then I wrote the book that you,
which really caught my eye.
Really caught my eye.
And that is
Girls Aren't Just Girly,
which we love here on Girls Just Want a Podcast. Girls are not just girlies. Girls can do all sorts of things and be all sorts of things, which I'm assuming, I have not read the children's book, but I'm assuming is the message.
That is absolutely the message. And it's really about self-esteem, and it's about empowerment, and it's about believing in yourself, and and it's about ambition and all kinds of adjectives and
chasing your dreams, doing whatever.
And for Girls Aren't Just Girly, I decided to really get ambitious, and I went from A to Z.
Okay.
So it is, and it's not an alphabet book, but it just showcases, and I don't know, it just seemed to me like that was a great way to, to start from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And, the first 2 pages are, girls aren't just girly and twirly and sweet. There's a lot more in store from the girls that you'll meet. They're awesome and amazing. What a great way to start. All the ways they're unique will capture your heart. And from there, it just, every page, so the A page is awesome and amazing. And then it's their, bold, and then they're creative. And so it just sort of highlights a lot of different, and the pictures, like one in particular is on the awesome and amazing page, and it was drawn by this wonderful illustrator in Ohio, and she drew it from a photo of my niece Katie, and it's Katie in her karate uniform.
I love it.
And it's Katie when she was about 5. Katie is now in her 20s and is a world champion.
Nice. See?
In karate.
See? Girls aren't just girly. We're also pro karate stars, champions.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So
that is perfect.
Yeah. And so, I mean, is there ballerinas in the book? Yes. Is there a princess in the book? Yes.
Right. Because none of it's wrong.
No. But there's an astronaut, and there's karate, and there's sports, and there's academics, and there's just all the things.
Love it.
Yeah. So fun. And to me, it is the most joyful outpouring of encouragement.
Yes. Yeah. So you have, what is Brother's Day? You have Let's Hear It for the Boys. You have Girls Aren't Just Girly. Is it those 3? Are there more?
Oh, there's more.
Oh, goodness.
There's
Okay.
more.
What else have you been? What are the others that you've been? How many do you have? How many books do you have published?
3 published.
Okay.
So Girls Aren't Just Girly is published. It's the first one I published.
Beautiful.
Once I wrote it and partnered with the illustrator and saw it coming to life, I just needed to get it out.
Yeah.
I needed it to, start to breathe a life of its own and get into the hands of, girls and aunts and grandmothers and moms. And so I published it. And, I started to, take the traditional publishing route and query agents, and all the feedback I got was like, you better be in this with a long haul, because there's a long runway to get into the traditional publishing.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm just going to do it myself.
Yeah.
Be bold, right? Go big or go home. So I found a printer and found an illustrator and a book designer who does the layout so that it doesn't look like this rudimentary thing. All came together, and in January 2025, I had 2,000 copies of Girls Aren't Just Girly in my hands and in my dining room.
Love it.
Amazing.
And then I was just so caught up in the excitement of it all that the next 2 books I wrote that are also in rhyme are If I Were King of the Kitchen and If I Were Queen for the Day.
Okay.
And they rhyme. And for those, I am so just incredibly blessed that I found through another author friend of mine, an illustrator in Barcelona, Spain, who is the most imaginative and creative and colorful and fun and whimsical. So she illustrated both King of the Kitchen and Queen for the Day.
Okay.
And I published both of those.
Wow. So this year?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. You are busy.
Yes. So the bags in my eyes are because I don't
no, you look great.
Sleep anymore.
No, you look great. Stop.
Yeah, way overambitious. But I wouldn't do it. If I had to do it again, I would do exactly the same thing.
So those 3 books published this year.
Published this year.
So I have to ask.
Yes.
What are we working on now? What do we have for the future?
Well, I still haven't published the first 2 that I wrote.
Okay.
Let's Hear It for the Boys and The Adventures of Brothers Day. Let's Hear It for the Boys is all illustrated, ready to go. I am out of room in the dining room.
You need a she shed of books.
Primarily.
Yeah.
So, and, I'm like, I have to push the pause button just a little bit.
Yeah.
So 2026 is looking like that's when Let's Hear It for the Boys.
Okay.
I'm also working on Penguins Take a Field Trip.
Okay.
And that's like a role reversal of the penguins at the aquarium. Love to see kids coming in on their field trips. And then they think, gee, what if we could leave the aquarium and we could go on a field trip? Where would we go?
Cute. Love it.
And I read Girls Aren't Just Girly too. I know you recently had Karen Spencer on from Girls on the Run.
Yeah.
I went to the local, I live in Millbury, went to their Girls on the Run back in the spring and read Girls Aren't Just Girly.
Perfect.
Loved it.
That's a great match too.
Yeah.
Super good match.
Yeah.
And the girls were just wonderful and attentive, and I love the questions that they ask. And then I told them, they asked me what else I was working on, and I told them about the Queen for the Day and the King of the Kitchen, and I was just beginning to work on Penguins Take a Field Trip. And I asked them, like, what do you think? Where do you think they should go on their field trip? And they gave me really, really great suggestions.
I love that. So you're getting input from local girls and local kids.
Yeah, and their ideas are in the book.
I love that.
So
that's amazing.
Once, it's still, I'm going through the the editorial process, and then I have to hunt down an illustrator who I think, could match the vision in my head. But I can't wait to bring that full circle.
Sure.
And go back to Girls on the Run and show them the book.
That their ideas came to life.
That they helped contribute.
That's very, very cool. What do your grandsons think about you being an author? What do they think about the books now?
They love it. They love it. I mean, I feel like this is a family business from my mother and mother-in-law who are 92 and almost 93 to, you know, my two grandsons, my daughter, my son, my daughter, like we're just all very involved in every single book, whether it's a manuscript or I have thumbnail sketches from the illustrators. They want to be involved. They want to look at it, and they've given me some input too on things to change. And you know, mostly I'll ask them, especially at the illustration stage, you know, do you think these pictures really convey what is written, you know, what the words. So so it's, I have my own little focus group.
Perfect. And what would you think has surprised you the most, or maybe would surprise our listeners the most, about being a children's book author?
It's exhausting.
Really? Okay.
But I'm having the most fun.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. It seems like a very fun profession.
It's fun. You know, if I had endless amounts of time and money and a really gigantic dining room, I would
just keep writing.
I would just keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
So, you know, reality sinks in every now and then.
But I bet you have the ideas.
Yeah. And I wrote another manuscript about, you know, different, like, friendship told through, like, dogs.
Okay.
Like, cute. Sort of thinking, like, take the, you know, make the persona a little less judgmental because it's dogs. You know, can a bulldog be friends with a chihuahua?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can a Newfoundland be friends with a whippet? You know, like just sort of having a very different, you know, perspective. So, so the creativity is there. The connections are there. It's an exercise in patience. And perfection. And I'm a recovering perfectionist, but this is where, you know, a healthy dose of perfectionism comes in handy.
Sure.
In fact, at I've been to a couple of schools and have read, and the questions are the best. And one young lady asked me if I had made any mistakes.
Okay.
And I have. And one of the mistakes that I made with Girls Aren't Just Girly is, you know, in all of this process and all the things that you learn, you know, you have to get the ISBN number that goes in the book. Sure. And you have to do all these other things so that libraries can stock them. And another little add-on is you can register your books with the Library of Congress.
Okay. Which
sounded very eloquent
and official.
Fancy and official. It is the only step in this entire process that was free. Everything else has price tags from nominal to astronomical, but that was free. And I was very excited because this is very official that my books are going to be registered. And I got my Library of Congress number, and I had the whole block formatted, you know, with ISBN and author name, illustrator name. And I forgot to add the Library of Congress number to the first book.
Oh no.
But I caught it after the proof, you know, so it's there. It didn't, you know, and I will never make that mistake again.
Of course.
So that book is now at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Amazing. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. And it's been a big year for you. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, tell people where they can find the books, buy the books, hopefully.
Yeah, you can buy them. Please
definitely buy them. Yeah.
Come to my dining room. They're stacked in boxes, but you can buy them at Tatnick Bookseller in Westboro. You can buy them at the Book Lovers Gourmet in Webster, at Post Road Depot in Brookfield. You can buy them on my website, which is GiGi Tales, GiGi, talesbooks.com. I can tell you the GiGi Tales was absolutely my grandson's. I was going to name my business Bella's Books after my dog.
Okay.
And they said no.
GiGi Tales. Oh, do they call you GiGi?
They call me GiGi.
Very cute.
Yeah. So
definitely a family affair.
Yes.
honoring that in the business.
The boys came over, my daughter was over, we sat in the living room and, brainstormed.
Yeah.
I had a piece of paper and I was kind of like, try to, what would this be called?
Mm-hmm.
And, and I had Bella in most of my ideas, and the boy said, nope.
Yeah.
It's got to have GiGi in it.
Well, it started with them, didn't
Yes,
it? So
it
you had to honor that inspiration.
Yep, it absolutely did.
Thank you so much, Allison, for coming in. We do want to end with one more question.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We always love to ask everyone who joins us if there's another woman-owned business or woman in business that you'd like to support or shout out. Give the opportunity.
Oh my gosh, I have so many.
I know. Everybody does.
Do I have to just say one?
You can throw us a couple, sure.
Okay, I'll throw you a couple. So the both of the books are Book Lovers Gourmet Webster and Post Road Depot are both women-owned businesses.
Okay, good to know.
So those are women-owned. My darling daughter is a business owner. She's New England Commercial Real Estate Advisor. She's a commercial real estate appraiser.
Okay.
So she owns her own business.
Interesting.
My gym, Rev Fitness in Sutton, is owned by a woman.
Okay.
Kelly. My girlfriend Melissa has designed and makes her own line of handbags and crossbodies and tote bags. So she's Beam, BEAME bags. Creative. I admire creativity.
Surrounded
in
by
all of its forms.
Lots of women in business as well.
Yeah,
Love
and
that.
So we support one another,
Yeah.
and uplift one another, and encourage one another, and
Exactly.
yeah,
and that's what we're all about here.
Girl power.
Because girls aren't just girly; they're also business owners.
They are business owners.
They got to make that money.
And authors.
And authors.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Allison, for coming in. So
you.
excited. We're going to have to grab some books, probably for the new baby, too.
Baby, for sure.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me. This was fun.
Absolutely. Want to show your love for all the local ladies in business? Girls Just Want a Podcast merch is now available on Etsy.
From stickers to mugs and hats to tumblers, you can rep your favorite gal gang wherever you go.
Your purchase helps us continue to rent studio space, upgrade our recording equipment, and pay for editing software.
Find Girls Just Want a merch on Katrina and Create's Etsy shop. Link is in the show notes.
Welcome to our final question mark, Heart It or Hate It, because again, right, if we come back, are we going to keep doing Heart It or Hate It? Will it look the same? We don't know.
Also, we probably need a good bit of time to come up with more ideas.
We are running out of Heart It or Hate It ideas because we don't like to do repeats, but
yeah.
So that's another thing. During our hiatus, feel free to send us things that you want to see in future Heart It's or Hate It's.
Absolutely.
If we have future Heart It's or Hate It's.
We could use all the help we could get.
Right? We're struggling.
I tried asking ChatGPT and it gave me terrible ideas.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really work for stuff like this.
You're not surprised by that?
I know. All right, you want to start?
Sure. My first Heart It or Hate It is platform slippers.
Ding, 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 ding.
Like this.
I'm going to go hate it, not because they look cute on you.
Yeah, excuse me.
This is ugly and you're stupid. No. I'm going to go hate it because I don't have them and I'm not going to buy them.
Yeah.
They look comfy, but you said they weren't that comfy.
Yeah, they're a little stiff.
Okay.
And, they are a little bit small. Like, I have to really make sure I'm wearing this thinnest
possible
socks in the world.
You probably just need to size up.
Yeah, if I had sized up, it would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I can feel it right there. Yeah. Like you can't.
That's
move
stressful.
your
These
foot
are
around.
also these random flats I have are also really snug, but that's okay. I think my feet have grown in the past few years.
But I like them that I can just like slip them on so quickly. You
know?
That's
so convenient. I love a slipper.
Yeah.
I wish I could live in slippers. But.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the platform look. I'm not usually a platform girly.
But we're short, so.
Yeah. My sister first got some, and she's tall and has larger feet than I do. And she didn't like them on her. And she was like, I think they'd look good on you, though. And I was like, say less, sis, because
I'll take free shoes. No.
Yeah. Well, we cannot borrow shoes.
Oh, right, because she's so much smaller. But you got these as a gift from your dad.
Yes.
Yeah, which is cool.
So
very nice.
So yeah, so I got some, and I do like them, and I do like being a little bit taller. It was funny. I went to go to the bathroom the other day while I was wearing these, and it was like, whoa, like I fell onto the seat because I was so much taller.
Definitely wasn't your center of gravity being off.
No, it wasn't.
That couldn't have been it. No, that couldn't have been it. All right, so I'm gonna stick with hate it, but
okay.
I don't hate them on you. I think they're cute.
Thank you.
Hard it or hate it, pet sitting.
Never done it. Would love to try it. I'll watch your cats. Dogs are questionable, but I might.
I cat sit for a couple, mostly one family, but I have done it for a couple families and love it.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah.
Really good money, surprisingly, because people just like want to know that their pets are safe.
Yeah.
And that you are a trusted person in their home.
Well, there are like horror stories about.
Yeah. So the reason this is on is because I was, as we do, asking our friends for hard it or hate it ideas because we're running, the noggin is running dry. And my friend's husband, Dylan, shout out, said that he loves it because sometimes he'll watch my cats if me and Catherine go do something.
Yeah.
And he loves doing it. However, it does make him very nervous because he's always worried pets are going to die when he's cat sitting. Because apparently he had an ex-girlfriend who had a fish that he pet sit, which like, sidebar, why are we pet sitting a fish?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, chill.
How long are you going to be gone?
Right. Like, oh my God, they barely eat.
Yeah.
But first day he went in to feed it and it was belly up. So, and then he's heard horror stories of like people's dogs dying while they're being dog sat. So, but I love it.
You want to make sure it's a person that you trust too.
Yeah, you want to make sure it's someone you trust, like in your home or taking care of your pet, and it makes good money. So I have no problem doing it, and obviously it's like flexible. So yeah, I like it, but I do get stressed about other people taking care of my pets. So I understand why people are willing to be like, oh my God, you're a like normal human and you have like, it's half a brain.
So
I'll pay you so much money to just come to my house and put out food. It's like, hell yeah.
So my sister's not a cat person. And I was like, all right, when I go have this baby, like I sent it to the group fam text, like, can someone come
I'll take care of
feed
them.
the cats? Okay.
All right. You should have sent it to me. I'm part of the fam.
Because my sister, well, I'm not going to pay anyone.
That's fine. Okay, I would do you a favor. Jesus, we've only been friends and podcast hosts for how many years? You think I'm going to be like, give me $100 to come put food out for your cats while you're in freaking labor?
I do appreciate that it is a job. And my sister lives like 2 minutes down the street. Right?
Oh, okay.
But she was like, do you have to feed them every day? Like like you can't just put out a big bowl?
Okay, just text me because I'll take care of it.
She was like, you can't just put out a big bowl.
And I'd love to see them.
I'm like, if I put out a big bowl, it will be gone in the first day, and then there'll be puke all over the house, and then they'll start eating the puke.
Yeah.
So
no, just text me.
Okay.
Well, let's take this offline.
Okay.
Let's circle back. Let's put a pin in it.
Okay.
I would love to go see Lucy and Ludo.
Yeah, they're pretty cute.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so heart it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
And if any girlies out there need their cats sat or maybe even dogs, hit me up because apparently I'm available.
Okay, my next one is heart it or hate it, gingerbread.
Okay. Heart it. Because, mind you, if I go to a Christmas party, there's a platter of cookies out, platter of desserts, chocolate chip, sugar, brownies.
Are you grabbing the gingerbread?
I'm not grabbing the gingerbread man. I have my other options. But as we've talked about, I do have a sweet tooth, and I do like gingerbread as a flavor profile.
Okay.
So like they'll do like gingerbread lattes. I think they did them here last year.
Yep.
Gingerbread scented candles, those types of things. I do like it as a scent and a flavor. Not necessarily as like, I mean, I'll eat a gingerbread cookie, but it's not my fave. So but I heart it as a flavor. Like, so I'm glad you left it as gingerbread and you didn't necessarily put gingerbread cookie because I would have been like, it's like an okay cookie.
Yeah, I almost did gingerbread cookie, but I purposely.
Smart move.
There are so many different things.
Being strategic with your heart it or hate it.
Sometimes I just have it.
Sometimes I am just on. Love it.
I also am not a huge gingerbread cookie person. I do like to decorate them, and I think that they're so pretty and so cute on the table. So one year I did make them, and I specifically looked for a recipe that I was like, I want like soft, chewy, and I found something,
good.
and they were good.
Good.
I liked them. They weren't too gingery because that's kind of like, I want like a sweet cookie, not like a savory cookie.
Well, yeah.
You know, but that being said, like store-bought ones, no. Like ginger snaps,
they get hard.
No.
Yeah, they get hard.
Yeah.
It's like a tough cookie to chew.
Yeah. So overall, like, no. And I don't really like gingerbread
like
drinks,
a drink. Yeah.
You know?
So what are you saying? What's your final answer?
But I love like a gingerbread
Don't mess it
candle.
up. This is your final heart it or hate it right now. Treat it as like last time you're ever going to heart or hate something.
I would go out and buy like a gingerbread candle. I like the smell of gingerbread. I'm going to say heart it.
Okay. And on a positive note?
Those cookies that I made were really good.
Okay. Last heart it or hate it for this episode and possibly ever. Muted or muting group chats?
Heart it.
Heart it. Thank God there is a mute function.
Please mute every single group chat.
Oh my God. I never used to have that many group chats. Never, don't really have that many friends. So
I don't have that many. I've got like 2 family groups.
I know. I have
group
maybe
chats.
like 4 group chats right now, and also like Facebook Messenger group chats. And that is too many for me. I don't know how the rest of y'all are doing it with like 25 group chats going at the same time. It's crazy. And it takes so much time to catch up when you like aren't paying attention to it.
One is just me, my sister, my mom, and the 2 of them
back and forth.
All day.
It's too much. And oh my God, my screen time the past few weeks has been disgusting. It's despicable. I'm on my phone all the time now. So I have muted the groups because I can't handle it.
We can, because
it's too much. But some people don't mute them. Some people leave their group chats like full notification.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, wow.
No, mute it. I don't want the notifications.
Yeah.
I look at my phone enough that I don't need
I'm already on my phone doing so much. Like I don't also need to be pulled away from
every 2 seconds. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that is it for Heart It or Hate It.
And we will not see you next week.
And we will not. But like we'll probably see you soon in some form or fashion at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. See you later.
See ya later, ladies. Bye.
Bye.